Hey there, Ravens flock. Welcome back to Baltimore Talk, the not-so-weekly podcast bringing you whatever I want to talk about because I'm a huge Baltimore fan. My name is Anthony Probst, and look at this, ladies and gentlemen. What did I tell you guys? I told you I would get a new mic. I told you it would sound a lot cleaner, a lot crisper, a lot better. I'm just going to dial it down just a touch because that might be a wee bit too loud. But how do you guys like it? Huh? The audio quality sounds a lot better now, don't it? Picture quality still isn't as good as I'd like it, but I'm still not in a professional setting yet. I am working on it and getting there. So don't you worry, we'll get there. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have some things to talk about, but before we get into everything, I would just like to say, if you haven't been paying attention to recent news, a bridge collapsed in Baltimore. So there are a lot of things happening with that right now. Not sure 200% of the specifics, but I know there are some people and some families affected by this. And if you are one of those families or just one of those people affected by it, my heart and my prayers go out to you, your family, and everybody else who is involved and affected by this situation. But let's get into things because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about. I covered some things on my TikTok, so you're going to want to go over there and check things out as well. I am going to put those small video clips in here just because there were some things and some signings to talk about. But we do have some things to talk about, starting with we signed FA offensive tackle Josh Jones. He was a third-round draft pick from with the Cardinals in 2020, and then he was just with Houston last season. So we've already seen what he can do. We already know what he can do, which I think is very good because with us losing Morgan Moses, with us losing Ronnie Stanley, Kevin Zeitler, or not Ronnie Stanley. Ronnie Stanley? Did we lose Ronnie Stanley? Somebody let me know. Is things slipping through the... No. So we're re-signing Ronnie Stanley. I just don't think we're reworking his contract. Which, ironically, I'll just jump to that point. We're reworking Ronnie Stanley's contract. It's less base pay this year, but he has incentives to earn it back. So we still have Ronnie Stanley, but like I said, Kevin Zeitler and Morgan Moses. So we are down some guards and some tackles. So I definitely think with us signing Josh Jones, I think this will actually be very beneficial for us moving forward because I think it's going to help us out. Like our offensive line, I know EDC said that he wanted to go with a younger and stronger offensive line, and I'm not going to lie, a lot of our offensive line guys are let's be honest, they're not the youngest cats out there, but they're definitely of the strong variety. So it's definitely going to be a difficult thing replacing them, but at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do to move on and get to where we need to be. But I think him being signed would be very helpful. Also, last week on Thursday, so almost a week ago now, because this is being recorded and going to be uploaded on Wednesday. So almost a week ago now, we scheduled Cowboys free agent wide receiver Michael Gallup to visit with us. So I haven't seen too much of his game tape, too much of his film. I know he was definitely one of their bigger wide receivers. I definitely think that he's going to be beneficial because with us losing Odell Beckham, that veteran wide receiver status is... Actually, I don't even know how long he's been. I know Zay Flowers still being a rookie and Rashad Bateman catching those short passes. And usually Rashad Bateman gets those screens, those 5-and-ins, 5-and-outs, those types of things. So with him getting those, I feel like it'll be more beneficial for us if we have someone who's a little bit stronger and been there. So again, I'm not sure how long Michael Gallup's been in the league yet. I don't know if he's new. I don't know if he's old. Mainly because I don't care about the Cowboys. I care about the NFL as a whole, but when I think of the Cowboys, I mainly just thought of Dak, Princess Prescott, and Tony Pollard. I'm going to be totally honest. So hopefully we can get things worked out with him. Hopefully, because he wasn't the only person we had visiting us. We actually had another gentleman visit us last Friday. Who was it? Don't remember off the top of my head, but it doesn't really matter because with the draft, honestly, it's now, because today is the 27th of March, it's now a month away. At the end of April, in Detroit will be the 2024 NFL draft. And please believe, once we get everything covered, once it's done, once it's fully over with, I will do a whole coverage episode. I'm not going to do draft night 1, draft night 2. Like, that's just going to be a pain. But I will break it up into segments, starting with night 1, then where my thoughts were with that, then going into night 2, and how we will be as a whole going into training camp and the next season. But on to the next thing. that was a dramatic pause. We re-signed Arthur Mollett. We did get a chance to re-sign Arthur Mollett. Great guy. A lot of people said he wasn't the greatest defensive player. I, however, think otherwise, because when I think of Arthur Mollett, I think of the great amount of sacks that he had last year, and then that goal line interception against the Rams, Chargers, one of those night games that we had. It was right before the halftime, literally 2 seconds left on the clock. I did it in my top 10 defensive plays. Might want to go check out that video. I'll link it in the description below. But I think he was a great player, honestly. He's still pretty young, still pretty fresh, so I think he's definitely got some good years on him left. I honestly think that is a good. The specifics, the numbers weren't particularly released out, so I don't know how much he got signed for off rip and off the top of my head, but I definitely think having him on that defensive side, because if we're going with a much younger offense, like we still have Zay Flowers, who's not now a rookie, but who is going into his second year and then going to be not yet a veteran, but just have one full year of experience. I think that's going to be beneficial since we still have the younger side of people. Yes, we still have some old heads. Not going to lie. We have Rashad Bateman, who's kind of an old head now. I mean, he's not an old head, but like, you know what I mean. Like, he's just, he's been with us for a while. Also, I believe, I don't want to say rumors, but fully back healed, well, 98% healed, should be 100% for the season. And I've been asked this question all throughout social media, so I want to ask you guys, re-signing J.K. Dobbins, how do you guys feel about that? Let me know down in the comments below. How would you feel if we actually did re-sign J.K. Dobbins? Because I think, honestly, it would be beneficial. So the reason why I say beneficial is because he just has that speed to him. Like, he has hands, but that return speed that we were able to have, because since we don't have Devin Duvernay anymore, or no, we didn't get rid of Devin Duvernay. Am I tripping? I must be tripping. But I think re-signing J.K. Dobbins would be honestly beneficial for us, just because he just has that veteran status. You know what I mean? Like, he has that veteran angle of, I've been here a while. I know what well, I don't want to say he thinks he knows what he's doing, because everybody can be coached up no matter how long you've been with a team or how long you've been in the league. Everybody's still got something new to learn at some point. But I personally believe that, because I like him enough to where I think us keeping J.K. Dobbins would be pretty beneficial for us. And I did say this already, that we released Morgan Moses, and what we gave up. So with releasing him, we ended up getting a 4th round pick. We gave, so let me read off my notes. Let me look down at my notebook here. We gave up Morgan Moses and a 4th round pick, the 134th pick, and he now went to the Jets in exchange for a higher 4th round pick. So instead of us being round 4, 134, we're now round 4 at 112, and we also get a 6th round pick at 218. So I definitely think it's going to be more beneficial, because with us, like I said, we already signed Josh Jones. We had signed him literally the exact same time. So I think that it's going to definitely be helpful and beneficial with those picks, because then we'll be able to get more wide receivers. Because like I said, a lot of people think that our wide receiver core is not it. Yes, I know again, having that veteran Odell Beckham Jr., having Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, and Keenan Mitchell, or no, Mitchell's not a wide receiver. My point is, he was just a name that popped up. But my point is, I think us having that veteran, not veteran, but having, again, I'm kind of all over the place because we won't have a veteran wide receiver outside of Rashad Bateman. But again, EDC said he wanted to go with a younger offense. Not just offensive line, but younger offense as well. So I don't know how I feel. If we get wide receivers, we get wide receivers. But at the same time, I don't think we really need them. I think we just need to coach up Zay Flowers a little more. Because, like, well, actually, yeah, I mean, we need at least one, maybe two. At least two. I think instead of going with a younger one, I think we do, and this is where I really am a little disappointed that we lost Odell Beckham Jr., because I think that veteran status is really what he brought to the table. Yes, he was locked down, locked up heavy, but it was that veteran status that he really brought to the table that benefited us more than anything. So that's really where things played a factor for me. So if we are going to get somebody that's wide receiver, I think we need to make it happen before the draft and able for us to get that veteran status back. But also, we released our edge rusher, Tyus Bowser. Granted, he didn't play all last season due to injury, but I'm not going to lie. Looking back at the 2022-2023 season, he was pretty darn good. I know if you go listen to, and you have to listen because it was season 1 of Baltimore Talk was way before I even thought to get on camera and do this. It wasn't until I got my new job that I really thought about it. So season 1 is all audio stuff, and there might be some skipped episodes, or might be some out of order episodes. I know when I first uploaded all the audio files here, it was a little wonky because I had never uploaded to YouTube before. So go listen to season 1 of Baltimore Talk. Let's be honest, you know you want to. You can see the development from start 1 to now, and tell me how either good or bad I've gotten, please. Oh man, you guys know I do this for not just to keep you all updated, which you're probably more updated than I am because you actually seen it days, weeks before I even decide to post it. But that's okay. I'm still bringing it to you anyway. But where was I? Editor, can we cut that out? No? Okay, that's fine. But Tyus Bowser, I thought he was good with us for the amount of time we had him, but like I said, he was empty cap space. Like, that's more money that we can save in the cap and like possibly get a better draft pick and or make a better signing, because he was just chilling there. Like, he was hurt. We didn't use him all year. So it's not like we were really gonna miss out on something because he's going to be so stale, it's going to take him a while to get back to himself. So definitely doing it that way is a lot better. And I've been seeing a lot of mock drafts on TikTok, Instagram, all over the place. And I also have a little bit of a list of myself. I was doing some research. Yes, I do research. I actually do that. I have a list of some people that I think would be beneficial for us if we go with what EDC said for that younger offense. But before we do that, like I said, I told you I'll put my TikToks in here of my thoughts on certain things that broke the same day. So let's just look at them real fast. They're going to go all right in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again. Kevin Zeiler, our Pro Bowl guard, is going to Detroit. I just got to say, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's just killing me. It's crazy that everybody wants to be Baltimore. Like, what? Why? Kevin, come on, dude. Why do you got to go to Detroit? Like, again, like I said with everybody else, Queen, Stone, Gus, y'all could have went anywhere else, but y'all had to choose these teams. This is crazy. I might even turn this into a series. Everybody wants to be Baltimore. Oh, y'all thought I was done?
Y'all really thought I was done here. Like I just said in my last one, everybody wants to be Baltimore. Tyler, let me ask you something, dude. You were a great backup to Lamar. Now you want to go ahead and lead the Browns where? Where are you going to do that? Now because of what you've done, Josh Johnson, our third string, is now going to be our number 2, unless we draft somebody in the draft at the end of next month. But why? Were you not happy with us? I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. How are you going to go to Cleveland? Not only did we give up Stone to Cincy, we gave you up to Cleveland and Queen to the Steelers. Everybody wants to be us. It's fact now. It's just plain fact. All right, so now we're getting a little a little messy here today. Third upload already. I think it's so funny that we handed over one of our best defensive players to Cincy. But look at this right here. I'm going to read this to y'all. Baltimore Ravens called the Cincinnati Bengals to talk about trying to get wide receiver T. Higgins. However, they declined our call. They bitch buttoned us. So we can hand y'all a great player to give Joe Burrow's defense a fighting chance. But y'all can't even hear us out. We handed the entire AFC North pristine and prime players, but then nobody wants to hand us anything. That's shiesty. That's messed up, y'all. I'm just saying, again, if you want to be Baltimore, just say it.
And that's just my thoughts on how I felt. Not gonna lie to you guys. I had someone even say it, and I know you saw it, old guy's comment, told me to make it into a series of everybody wants to be Baltimore. Honestly, we got parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 over on my TikTok. You all saw it. Again, TikTok down in the description. Go follow. Go like the vids. You guys know you want to. But let's get into this mock draft talk. So, if we do want a wide receiver, my first thoughts, wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State. So let me read you off a little bit of his resume. He played 12 games. He got 366 pass snaps, 71 slot snaps, 292 wide snaps, 114 targets, 1,211 yards in total, and he averaged about 18.1 yards per reception with 14 TDs. So I think that's really good just because when it comes to those numbers, like if you look at other wide receivers in college, and I do have others on this, I thought I had another one on this list, but I think that's pretty good for a wide receiver, especially so young. Like, Zay Flowers was a rookie last year, and he had some pretty impressive numbers in college himself. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but Marvin Harrison Jr. was definitely just the first person that like popped out to me because I was just looking on top 10, I think it was SportsCenter or ESPN, something, one of the sports websites. It's so many for football. I was looking to see like top draft, like people who are like looked at highly and recommended for the draft and who are in the draft pool, if that's even a thing. Someone please tell me. But he was one of the ones at the top of the wide receiver list that stuck out. And I read off a couple. I'm like, he really sticks out. And I really feel like he would fit our Baltimore scheme because with his 18.1 yards per carry, that's actually very good for us because when it comes to the pass game, I know a lot last season, we had a lot going in the run game, but that passing scheme, especially with Zay Flowers, who was getting maybe certain plays, he would get like 10, 15, 20 yards per go, but then there were the other ones, even the not the Kansas City championship game, the Texans game. Well, I believe the Texans game, if I can think of it off the top of my head. He was getting like short passes, like getting those short amount of yards. Or actually, no, even in the Kansas City championship game as well, if you want to know my thoughts on those two games. Also, go check out Season 2 playlist of Baltimore Talk. Gotta love it. I just think that it is conventional, that we'll say that it's conventional for us to just pick up a younger wide receiver. Because, again, with having Rashad Bateman and having that, again, veteran status, even though, again, still would wish we had Odell, I just think that it'd be better for us to have another wide receiver, like just one other year younger, and we might be able to get things done. And we might have signed Josh Jones as a tackle, but that's only 1 or 2. And what if somebody gets hurt? We need a backup. So I was looking at left tackle Joe Alt from Notre Dame. So he's got a shorter resume. He played 12 games, 713 offensive snaps, 344 run block snaps, 368 pass block snaps. So I definitely think that's going to be good, especially, again, like if we're having Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, or anybody else we like to throw to. I think that block pass scheme is definitely going to be beneficial for us. I think that it's going to definitely help us push come to shove, because I'm not going to lie, certain teams who really not beat us like in terms of numbers, but like beat us up heavy. The Chargers, Rams, whoever we went into OT with. Again, it's been so long, and I have so many other things on my mind regarding our team, like getting prepared for the draft, trying to make these things up. Certain things slip through the cracks. If you, again, want to know what I'm talking about with that OT, with the Tylan Wallace walk-off punt, just go look. It's there. Chargers or Rams, one of those two. But I definitely think that Joe Alt is definitely going to help us with that block passing scheme for our offense. And again, if EDC wants to go with a younger offensive line, then there we go. And also, since we lost Tyus Bowser, since we released him, we need some edge rushers now. And 2 people stuck out to me, I'll say. The first one is Dallas Turner from Alabama. He played 14 games, 647 defensive snaps, 292 pass run snaps, 264 run defensive snaps, 11 sacks, and 11 hits. So I definitely think that's very good, because if you look at, say, someone like Marlon Humphrey, Geno Stone, or Patrick Queen, Trader, like that sack percentage went crazy. Or even Justin Matabike, Kyle Hamilton. Like, those guys are able to put that sack game on lock. Pause. I know that sounded a little wrong in my head. But I think that having someone like that on the outside like that to be the edge rusher to crack down like that. So if you look at say we have the offensive line here, and we say have them on the left side, if you to watch it, it'd be the far looking, depending on, the far side if the offense is going this way, going that way. So if you look at the edge rusher closer to you guys, actually, you know what? Stay tuned. We have a whiteboard for this. We have a whiteboard for this. Duh. Thank you again, Mom. So if we say, look at it, you've got the offense on, we'll say we got them on this side. Here, let me set Lamar out of the way here. So say we got the offense here. So you got the center, guard, tackle, tight end. We'll say on that side, guard, tackle, QB, running back, here, and we'll just say somebody's out here just for the heck of it. And then you got our guys lined up here. We'll make our guys triangles, because everybody needs to know shapes. And then here and there. Then you got Stone, somebody else, whoever back here, Hamilton up here. And now we want the letters. And then say you have Dallas Turner out here. Yeah, Dallas Turner. You have him out here. Or actually, yeah, we'll put him out here. So you have this edge right here, and you have these two drop back, but he doesn't want to get in a fight with him. He's thinking, you know what? Let me crack down on this guy. And you have this running back either fake it or roll out for a screen pass down that way. So he cracks down heavy, and these two are double teaming our guy here. So he cracks down, and while the QB's either not looking or trying to scramble because say Stone and Matabike bust through, you got still Hamilton looking around, and you see him go for this guy out here because he's running up this way now. So you got that going. So this edge rusher is able to crack down and either blindside him here or pull him out of, if he's still in the pocket, pull him out of the pocket and be able to just break things up. Because you also got to think you'll have whoever our corner is, Marlon Humphrey, at that point. You'll have them both there, but that's just with Matabike, Stone putting the pressure on the line, and then them, and even if he can't roll out this way, because that guy rolled out, but the defensive end has this guy locked up as well. So he's locked, and pressure's on. He's scrambling, he drops back, tries to roll this way or this way. You have our edge rusher right there. So I definitely think that would be beneficial for us to get a better edge rusher. And again, these numbers don't lie. Like these stats, these numbers don't lie. And that's just me when it comes to having an edge rusher right there. I think that would be very helpful, very beneficial for us to do that. And not only with us having a new edge rusher, Dallas wasn't the only one I was thinking. So another edge rusher I found was Jared Verse, Verse. If I butcher his name, please someone tell me how to say it down in the comments. He's from Florida State. So 13 games, 586 defensive snaps, 329 rush snaps, 236 run defensive snaps, 11 sacks, but 15 hits. So he's hit 4 more. So I definitely think that'd be helpful. Even if they are tied with sacks, that's fine. With a parallel that I draw that I think is a little different. So the pass rushing snaps. So like I was saying, how Dallas rushed 292 pass rushers. I know that was an awkward pause. Rushed 329. So that's the correlation of. Let's see, what is math? 8 plus 29, 37. Yeah, 37. I know he's 24 and can't do basic math. I know. Sue me. Just having that extra 37 rush snaps really puts the pressure on, and that's usually what our defense is about. Like, if we look at how our defense is, we really put the pressure on certain players or certain teams. Like Kansas City, we were putting the pressure on Patrick Mahomes. He was scrambling out of that pocket like crazy. Or even who else did we play that we really put the pressure on? Now I got think big brain. Titans, the Cardinals games. Like, that's when we really put the pressure on those guys, on Murray and Tannehill, or even on Jared Goff on the Lions. It just, having that amount of pass rushing, I definitely think will be helpful and beneficial for us because that's what we do. So I definitely think that'll be a good setup for us. And then even with him having he just under, not too far away, 28 run defensive snaps less. And the bigger difference was the 586 defensive snaps versus the 647. But it doesn't matter because there's two edges. So if we really thought about it, we really wanted it, really tried it, we probably could get both, but we would only need one. So if I'm going to take my personal pick, I know it's going to sound weird, I'm going to take Jared over Dallas just because it's that difference in pass rushing snaps. Like, really putting that pressure on and really cracking down. Because again, or even, and also I'll even add him to Jadeveon Clowney. Like him, Matabike, Stone, Hamilton, like those guys really cracking down and putting the pressure, I really think is going to help with our defense, especially again in the pass rush. And then I know you guys saw it in my TikTok compilation that I just showed. We lost Tyler Huntley to the Brown. Who did Tyler Huntley go to? I don't care. You guys saw the video. My point is that leaves us we only have Lamar and now Josh Johnson, our third string, who I hate to dog and drag people through the mud, but yeah. We've seen Josh Johnson's playing time. It's not very good. Anyway, that means we need a QB2 if they don't elevate him up to QB2. And who I was thinking, because I know Lamar played here too. No, Lamar didn't play at LSU. That was, wow, Anthony, you don't know where your own quarterback played in college? Again, sue me. Say that I'm a fake fan in the comments, because I'm not. I've been a fan for 12 years. Just, it's hard to keep up with so many people, okay? But we need a QB2. We need a QB2. So who I was looking was Jaden Daniels. Played at LSU, 12 games, 236 completions, 3,811 yards, 71.1 completion percentage, 115 yards per attempt, and 40 TDs with only 4 interceptions. Damn. That's pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. And I definitely think, like, with having that, having those passing yards, I definitely think that would be a greater asset, because how everybody likes to harp on Lamar, saying that he's a glorified running back or this, that, or third, because God forbid a quarterback do more than just throw the damn ball and take a hit like a pussy, part of my language. God forbid a quarterback does anything else than just throw it. I think that with Lamar being able to run as well as he does, I think that, again, having another good passing quarterback, because Tyler Huntley was good, but his accuracy was not as good as I would have liked it to be. Don't get me wrong, though. Tyler Huntley, great QB. When I saw my first Baltimore game 2 years ago now, it was Tyler Huntley QB, and Lamar was hurt, unfortunately. But I definitely think that he would be a good fit. I think he would fit our scheme very well. I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah, that's all I really got for you guys today. I know, kind of a shorter episode, kind of a shorter thing, but most of the time it's because I'll be sitting at work, sitting at my job, and I'll see stuff be, breaking news, so-and-so is now with Baltimore or left, so I'm like, you know what, let me cover this now. And if you haven't followed me yet on TikTok, why? Probably should. If you like me enough, go subscribe to my other socials. But speaking of subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 24. We are one away from being half. We're one away from being half at our goal, because my goal is 50 subscribers by the start of the new season. But we're at 24 now, so that one extra person, hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications. You know you want to. Everybody does, because you love seeing my goofy face. You love hearing my goofy voice and seeing my goofy hair, because I forgot to fix it before I got on camera, because I'm a complete clown and a complete goofball. But you all know you love it. You love hearing it. You love seeing it. So with that being said, thank you for watching yet another episode of Baltimore Talk. Again, don't forget to, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up here now. Thank you all for watching yet another episode of Baltimore Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification button, so that way you stay up to date with everything here on Baltimore Talk. And I've been your host, Anthony Probst. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.